Nithyananda, welcome back to Nithya Kriya, second session. Today we're going to do the Kriya which is called Cure for Common Illnesses. So, welcome to Kailasa, Singapore. My name is Nithya Gheranda. Today is 14th of September 2022. A very warm welcome to all of you, those who are joining me live on Zoom, as well as here in the Ardinum, Singapore Ardinum, as well as on the different social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, right? So we are also live on this common platform. So a very warm welcome to all of you. So let's take a few moments to center ourselves before we enter into the space for the deep state of restful awareness for this Kriya to work on us. Okay? So I'd like you to sit comfortably in any meditative posture, whether it's Sukhasana, Padmasana, Siddhasana, any posture that you feel at ease. Align head, neck and spine in one straight line, such that the body feels weightless. Bring awareness to the entire physical body from head to the toes, fingertips. Occupy this body fully. Then I'd like you to expand your awareness to the next layer of your body, which is pranic body, your breath layer. So inhale very slowly and deeply with awareness of the two gaps between the incoming breath, outgoing breath, and the outgoing breath and the incoming breath. Awareness of the two gaps, the neutral zone. Slow down the breathing. Let the breathing integrate this body and mind to the space of now. Let the breathing becomes the bridge between you and existence. Experience an expanded awareness, restful awareness. Enter into the space of listening, Shravana. Authentic listening where there is no hangovers from past, nor greed for the future. Just be in that restful awareness. In that restful awareness, I'd like you to join the palms together in the Namaskara Mudra or the Amam Jali Mudra. Let's invoke Swamiji. Take a deep breath. Nithyanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamutim Dvandvatitam Gagana Shatrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Savadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Trigunarahitam Satguruntam Namami. Let's chant the Mahabhakya 3 times. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. In that restful awareness, pray to Bhagavan Paramashiva, Swamiji, to bless us with an experience of this Kriya, Nithya Kriya, which is cure for common illnesses. So let's enter into the session. You may now go into the next slide. Let's look at the content that we are going to cover today. Sherry, next slide. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because today's just a second session, I'm going to do a quick recap of what is Nithya Kriya for people who are joining for the first time today. I'll do a quick recap. And then last week, all of you watched a video on Nithya Kriya where 7 circuits was mentioned. So I'm going to elaborately talk a little bit more about the 7 circuits in our body. How the Kriya works on the 7th circuit. Then I again affirm the Shastra Pramanas, and then we enter into the Kriya itself, the instruction to do the Kriya, and then we will do the Kriya together, and then ending with the sharing. Okay, so this is how we are going to run this session in the next an hour. So with that, let's enter into a quick recap for those of you who just joined for the first time today. Next slide. Next slide. All right, so very quickly, Nithya Kriya is actually Swamiji's contribution to planet Earth. At the time when he was imprisoned illegally in 2010 by the unconscious anti-Hindu elements. So, see, as an incarnation, his life is just nothing but contributing to the collective consciousness, raising all of us. So, in that time, he was spending a lot of time in the prison, and not only just healing the prisoners and giving darshan, he also plowed through a lot of yogic texts, and this is what he came up with: 108 Nithya Kriyas for common, ailments of the modern day. So today we are actually entering into the 2nd Kriya. So essentially, Nithya Kriya is a unique set of healing processes with knowledge and techniques drawn from the most authentic sacred yogic scriptures of Hinduism. So everything is based on a lot of work that is done by the past yogi or masters, enlightened master, on the systems of healing through yoga. And with specific combination compiled and expressed through Swamiji's personal experiences. See, when he was developing this Kriya, he used his body to test on the Kriya, the seated effectiveness. So all the Kriyas that we presented here are all tested by him, time tested by him, verified by him. So to that extent, he verified the effectiveness. So essentially, Nithya Kriya is soundly anchored in the sacred yoga scriptures such as Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda, Samhita, and Shiva Samhita. So these are the yogic texts that Swamiji researched and put together. So see, when he had so much time during that period when he was illegally imprisoned, he spent the time to look at how else he can contribute to humanity. And this is the time where he did a lot of research on all the great work that has been done by the past enlightened master. Okay, so next slide. So in the Nithya Kriya, it comprises 5 components that work in unison to create the intended effect on the body. In today's case, which is to help us rapid recovery, speedy recovery of common illness. So, and it is made of these 5 elements. 1, breathing, of course, visualization, asanas or body movement, sound, it could be a mantra or sound from outside, which is certain like chanting. Okay, so basically the healing achieved through Nithya Kriya is permanent as it works on the cellular biomemory level, which I will explain later in the next slide. It generates natural steroid, therefore has no side effect at all. Because a lot of time when you go to Western medicine, right, medication, there is always a risk of having side effect because you're putting something which is a drug, so which sometimes may create certain disturbance in other system. We are trying to cure, one part of the body, but it creates some disorder in other parts of the system. So, which is not ideal. It shouldn't be that way, right? So one thing about all these yogic techniques is you look at the whole body as a bioorganism, which means it understands the interconnectedness between different systems. So as a result, whatever that is prescribed, there's never any side effects, only good effects. So besides healing, the Nithya Kriyas have a powerful permanent effect on your brain functioning, because not just healing the disorder or disease, it awakens the Kundalini shakti, the inner potential energy, which is very important because that awakens the non-mechanical parts of the brain, plus activate a lot of your subtle energy channels. Okay, so that's why it is that powerful. So let's look at the 7 circuits of the human body, which Nithya Kriya addresses. Okay, so all of you please provide your listening. First, blood circuit, which is your circulatory system, your blood flow. Okay, then breath circuit, your respiratory system, your breathing. Third, nerve circuit, your nervous system. Fourth, digestive circuit, your digestive system. Next, reproductive system, the reproductive circuit, your reproductive organ. Then excretion circuit, which is the process which is responsible for dispelling the waste. And then finally in the center is energy circuit. Understand? The energy circuit influences all the other 6. Okay, so let's look at that from how is it connected. So mapping the 7 circuits into the body system. So look at the slides. The first 6 systems are basically related to your gross body, called Stula Sharira. Okay, so your circulatory system, your respiratory system, nervous system, digestive system, excretory system, and reproductive system. So you can see all the different systems which I map it up. Then in our body there are three another different body. Okay, within the gross body there is also another called subtle body called Sukshma Sharira. Okay, this is the body which is what we call the energy circuit, which is responsible for, let's say, the Kundalini pathway, the nadis, the energy channels, the chakras, the intra organs. So this is called the subtle body, or called another name for it is called astral body. Okay, so this is the so-called the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. Then the third body is called Karana Sharira, which is the causal body, where every night you fall into deep sleep and the consciousness withdraw itself from the physical body to rest in the Karana Sharira, the causal layer. Okay, where for all the healing and repairing to happen. So when the moment you wake up again, the consciousness travel back to the gross body. So that's what's happening. So now listen. So for healing to happen, it needs to come from consciousness. Okay, this is as part of the Tantra. Swamiji say that healing starts when it happens at the consciousness level, which means from the Kundalini Shakti, right? From the consciousness which activates the Kundalini Shakti and basically facilitate the energy flow through the energy circuit, then filtering through the different so-called intra-organs of the body, then entering into the internal organs of all the different body system, okay, and finally healing the entire body. So have that understanding as a context, because the deep level of healing happens only when you go all the way into the consciousness. Okay, consciousness is what create the permanent healing. if you are trying to fix the problem just on the surface, but without creating a shift in the energetic level, what it's going to do is like you will create the same thing again after a few months or a few years. Just like cancer, right? If you carry the same mental setup of life negativity, abuse of life, you will again reproduce the cancer maybe in the different parts of the body, or a relapse into the same part of that body organ. So only when a shift happens in the energy circuit, then the permanent cure happens. Because if you remember in last week, we saw the blockages in certain pipeline, right? You say in the certain pipe, when there's a blockage, when the Kundalini shakti is being pumped into that pipes, it just basically dislodge the whole energy block and create the flow again. That flow triggers the healing process. And he said that Nithya Kriya, because it's all put together by different, so-called different methods, not just yoga asanas or breathing. It's a combination of many things put together. When that happens, the effectiveness of the Kriya, it can heal the body system within a few days. Versus, let's say, if you do the different, modality of yoga, it may take you a few years for that effect. So that's why Nithya Kriyas are very powerful techniques for rapid healing. That means effectiveness. Okay, next slide. So let's look at the Shastra Pramana. Understand, Nithya Kriya use a lot of breathing, pranayama. Why? So let's look at this Shastra Pramana taken from Yoga Chudamani Upanishad, verse 116. It says, for him who is possessed of pranayama, there will be the destruction of all diseases. For those devoid of pranayama, there will be generation of all diseases. So, see, pranayama, because we are going down to the base unit of life force, which is prana. The basic life unit is prana, life energy. So if you're working, at that level, not just purification of the body, but the purification of the mental level happens as well. That's why in the Yoga Sutra, and the Yoga this Pradipika, right? Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it says, start with yoga, that means the asanas. Then once the body becomes stable, become healthy, then introduce pranayama. When the pranayama, it works on purification of the next level, which is the mental level, purification of the mind. Okay, next level, next slide. So let's look at this, the Kriya for today. Today I have selected this Kriya called Cure for Common Illnesses. See, as you know that in the last 3 years we had, experienced so-called a pandemic, right? So-called coronavirus, and which has created this COVID pandemic globally. It is nothing but like a flu virus, right? But it's very contagious. It is created in such a way that it is very contagious, and sometimes when the body is not healthy, it never get prepared. The virus just attacks the respiratory system and the immunity. These two systems you attack. That means your breathing and your immunity. You just break down your immunity, and sometimes you go into difficulty in breathing and lots of tiredness or body aches and things like that. Okay, so this Kriya is excellent for rapid recovery. That means the Kriya just infuse so much Kundalini Shakti. It just basically pump the energy to all the 7 circuit, okay, and which helps you to handle whether it's fever, cold, cough, headache, and body ache. Okay, these are like common things that we experience on the quite a daily basis. Especially like if you're not, you don't have a spiritual routine. when you have spiritual routine, these are, they don't come and disturb you. But for people who don't have a spiritual routine to basically maintain the body, it is quite common to get this kind of common illnesses, especially during this period. In fact, just last few days, I had 3 people around me got COVID. Okay, 3 people that I know of got COVID. Tested positive. The good thing is that this time the strength of the virus is not so strong, so it can recover quite quickly. So what I want to say is that if you have in yoga there are 2 types of prevention, right? One is what do you call that? One is when before you get the disease, you do the preventive, a measure, right? The preventive practice. When you already down, the body is down, we call the breakdown maintenance. That means you have to fix the problem because now your body is not well. So I think those of you who did the Trineta Kumbhaka since last year, when Devi Parashaktis and also Swamiji elaborately gave this technique during the COVID pandemic. This is one, breathing pranayama, Trineta Kumbhaka, is very powerful for strengthening the immunity and also the breathing. So that is if you do it on a daily basis as like a prevention measure. Whereas for this is when you're already down. Okay, that means it's breakdown measures where you feel that, okay, I'm down now. Let me do this. Do this Kriya. So the instruction given by Swamiji is do it every day for 3 times. Morning, afternoon, evening, before food. Okay? So if you are not feeling well, let's say you're now down with some flu or some COVID, do this Kriya 3 times a day and do it till you feel complete recovery from the common illness. Okay, so that is what you could do as even those people who do not have any body aches and all this problem. Even when you do this Kriya, you awaken so much of the Kundalini shakti. Okay, that keeps the body, the 7th circuit flowing nicely. Okay, so don't think that you need to be sick to do this Kriya. Okay, you can also still do this Kriya. Don't think that, oh, I must wait until I fall sick then I do this Kriya. No, you can do it. One thing great about this, a lot of this technique is that you can do it, only good effects will happen. You will just strengthen not only your body but also awaken the Kundalini Shakti. Okay, next slide. Any questions so far? So this Kriya comprises 6 steps. Okay, so the first one is the asana, which we get into. You can see the asana. It's called Anasurya asana, which I think if you practice PVK, Pratama Vinyasa Krama, you know this is one of the asanas. So then we'll go to 5 different breathing technique, 5 pranayama. One is Shittali Kumbhaka, Shikkali Pranayama, Trineta Kumbhaka, which is what we did last week, and Trishula Kumbhaka also. And the new one is Krame Netra Kumbhaka. So we're going to do this 5 breathing in today's session. Okay? Any questions so far? Give me a thumbs up. You're okay? Okay. So now you need to get yourself your yoga mat and come into this posture. Okay? Find a place. Don't sit on the chair. Okay? You can't do this Kriya on the chair. Please be sensible. If you don't do it, you just want to watch, that's fine with me. But since you are here, you better do it so that you know how powerful it is. Don't waste your time just watching other people do it. Right? Okay, so now I give you a few minutes to find a place where you can do this. Understand this is yoga, so don't think that you're going to sit in meditation only. You need to do physical work. Okay. Try as much as you can. We try to at least do the first step first. Till you cannot do already, then we change back. Okay, let me see. There's some question on the chat. Okay. So all of you, come on, settle down so that we can do this Kriya properly. If you want to get the full benefit, let's do it together. Yes? Okay. So now, is everybody ready on the Zoom? Give me a thumbs up. You're ready. Okay, great. So now, Parameshwari, you go to the next slide. We'll start now the Kriya. Okay. So now, officially, we're going to declare we are going to start the Kriya now. So next slide. So first step is Anasurya Asana, taken from Yoga Sana, Mala, Sanchitra, verse 4. So place one knee above the other. Hold the hands at the back. Okay. You can just catch the hand at the back and bend down to touch the nose. Touch the nose on the, I don't think you can touch the ground. You can come down as far as if you can. Okay. And just stay there for 30 seconds first. Okay. Just stay there. This is like a preparation. Come to Anasurya Asana and breathe. All right, rise up. Okay. So this is the first step to prepare you. This is the asana to enter into the Kriya. Next slide. Okay, so the next slide is Shiktari Pranayama. So taken from Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Upadesha, verse 143. Okay, so it says the breath needs to be stuck in through the mouth with a hissing sound, okay, and the exhalation to be done through the nostril. Okay, so by practicing this, you basically experience, it's a cooling pranayama. So in this pranayama, you're going to basically, you can continue to sit in the Anasurya Asana. If you feel uncomfortable, you can sit upright, okay? So if you, why to step 2, not step 3, go back. You fast forward one slide.
What, Ma?
This is step 3 now. I'm going to step 2. You went one slide earlier. Faster. Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. Let me just go to step 2. Step 2 is Shiktari Kumbhaka. So it's from Gheranda, Samhita, Upadesha 5, verse 73. So it says, the breath has to be filled in the abdomen by drawing air through the thumb. After having retained the breath for a moment, the exhalation should be done through the nostrils. So in this posture, you're going to, okay, if you're not feeling comfortable in Anasurya Asana, you can just sit, okay, upright without bending forward. Just sit upright. And then just put your hand in Chin Mudra, okay, with the eyes closed. So then you need to form protrude the tongue by forming a tube, right? This one. Okay? So if you can't, you just form a O. Okay? So you're going to form the tube like this. Exhale through the nostril. Okay? So you're going to do this for 21 times. Are you ready? You count yourself 21 times. This is called Shittali Kumbhaka. Okay? Are you ready? Let's do that. Now, those of you who are able to do Anasurya, do it in Anasurya. You can use the fingers to count. When you're ready, you can straighten the body up. You'll feel this very cooling sensation at the throat, the back of the throat. Done? Still do it? Alright. Let's enter into the third step. I will give the instruction and we'll do it together. Okay? So, as I mentioned earlier on, this is Shikali Pranayama, taken from Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Upadesha, verse 104. Sorry, it's not 100. It's 42. So the breath needs to be sucking through the mouth with a hissing sound, and exhalation should be done through the nostril. Okay? So it's like this. So we will do this 21 times as well. Do the same thing. If you want to change your legs to the other side, you can do it also. Then suck into the gaps of the teeth on inhale, close the mouth, exhale through the nostril. Okay? Let's do it. So I'm going to do the Anasurya again. Count 21 times with your fingers. When you're done, straighten the body and wait for the rest to finish. Here, and then we will who is done on the Zoom, give me a thumbs up. You have finished this third step. Great. This is so we wait for our friend Kailasha. Must suck the air through the gaps of the teeth. Close the mouth and release to the nostril. This is another cooling pranayama. Okay? All done? Okay, let's enter into the fourth step. This is Trineta Kumbhaka. We did it last week, so you should know what to do now, right? 7th step. So basically, I explained it very quickly. So use the thumb, close the right nostril, inhale to the right, hold. Look at the third eye. Inhale to the left. Inhale to the left, hold. Inhale both nostrils, hold, and exhale left. This is the 7th step. Okay, again do this 21 times. You can do it in the Anasurya posture. If you don't feel comfortable, your body is not able to take it, then you do it in this Gokura mudra. Okay, so I'm going to do it in the Anasurya asana. Yes, 21 times. So if we have finished, you can straighten up, and then we wait for the rest to complete, and we enter into the 5th Kumbhaka. So how many done on the Zoom? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Who's still doing it? We wait for the rest. How? All right. Let me just explain the next one, which is Trishula Kumbhaka, something we did last week as well. So let me just recap again. It is taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 993. So the translation says, always inhale through the nostril and the mouth simultaneously, right? The Trishul, the three holes, like a Trishul. So this is called the Trishula Kumbhaka, the removal of triple suffering. So basically, you're going to inhale through the nostril and the mouth simultaneously like this. And close the mouth. Then exhale only through the nostril. Okay, do it again 21 times. You can do it in Anasura Asana. Or you can, if you feel uncomfortable, you can just do it, sit upright and do it. Okay? Inhale slowly through the three holes, nostril and mouth simultaneously. At the end of inhalation, close the mouth, hold the breath, then exhale through the nostril. So, how many have done? And on the Zoom, give me a thumbs up. You're done completely. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the rest you do. You're all done? Okay, to you. Licking, okay. Clearing now. Cleaning up. Okay. So let's enter into the last step. This one, I will explain. This is a new kumbhaka. It's called Krama Netra Kumbhaka, which is taken from Kumbhaka Patati. Versed. And where's the verse? I think I forgot to copy the verse. Okay, so basically, one should take the breath through the right nostril, hold the breath, then again inhale through the left, hold again. He should, with effort, hold the breath again and exhale through this in the same order. This is known as Pranay Netra Kumbhaka. So I will demonstrate. Okay, so basically you use the thumbs again. So inhale through the right nostril this time around. Hold. Inhale to the left. Hold. Then exhale to the left. Hold. Exhale again to the left. Exhale to the right and exhale to the left. Okay, let me explain again. Okay. Inhale to the right. Hold. Inhale to the left. Hold. Exhale to the right. Hold. Exhale to the left. Hold. Okay? So this is called Krama Netra Kumbhaka. So you're inhaling to the right first and then left. Then exhale again to the right also and then left. Okay? Do it 21 times. Okay, so when you're done, just sit in any meditative posture and sit in silence for the Kundalini energy to be awakened. Sit for a few minutes after the Kriya.
It's the new Nerf Elite 2.0 Command with slam fire action. Each sold separately. I read that.
So sit for a few minutes, allow the energy to settle and awaken the Kundalini shakti. For the full effect of the Kriyas to work on the energy circuit, from the energy circuit permeating to the other body system, other circuit, the other 6 circuits in the gross body. Just sit and untouch from everything and fall into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
Hare Hare Bole विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय कोटेश्वराय शिव कोटेश्वराय 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 हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय हर हर भोले
Relaxed. Again, slowly, very slowly open your eyes. So how was the Kriya? Yes, we come to the last part, which is, can you share your feedback about this Kriya or your experiences? How was it? Feel calm, relaxed, full of energy? Huh?
Calm, relax, refresh.
Calm, relaxed, refreshed. Okay, great. From Jara Shadika. What about those on the Zoom? What was the experience? Anyone want to share?
Yes. Today my body got the body heat, and after the pranayama,
Gets much warmer.
can you hear?
Okay, so both are talking simultaneously. Sorry. Maybe Jane, you can speak first since you're unmuted now. Are you there? It's frozen.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Yes, we
Hello?
can. Yes, good. Speak now.
Okay. Yes. I physically felt very warm.
Heat, yes.
Just like
Your Wi-Fi is a bit. Can you hear? I think she's frozen.
Frozen.
Jane, your Wi-Fi is a little bit. We can't hear you. We can't hear your complete sentence. You're kind of like pause and then we can't hear you. Maybe you want to type because right now we can't hear. Your screen is frozen now. Okay, so maybe Nithya, you want to continue where you left off?
I mean, today my body got the body heat today, and after pranayama, the heat start cooling down.
Okay, great. So this is one great kriya that can cool the body down if you're feeling excessive heat in the body. Okay, imbalance of heat and flowing and a lot of mucus and feeling throat dry. See, the two cooling pranayama will straight away lubricate, moisturize your throat, especially once you have a throat infection, especially during this common illness where you have sore throat. The sore throat will create infection and cause fever. So when you do this cooling pranayama in the second and third step, you will just cool down the whole this part of the body and bring the body heat down. So that is great for that. Okay, so Jane just said that in the third and fourth step, I got very warm, just like after workout. Yeah. Third and fourth step is the Trineta Kumbhaka and the Trishula Kumbhaka. Yes, that one is energizing. It's actually tapping into the the third eye energy and all that. So yes, I feel relaxed and you sweat also. Okay, for Maheshwari, nice. Anyone else? Here? Besides mucus coming out, all the Okay, so for Jay said the final step cooled me down and I felt really relaxed. Yes, the final step is the one that kind of like trigger the balance, like you inhale right, inhale left, exhale left, and exhale right, exhale left. So it's kind of like the last pranayama to balance the whole thing. Yeah, so feel, and you're ready to sit in silence after the 5 steps. Great. How about Anita? How do you feel?
Good, but I was catching up with my breath with everybody else. Everyone seems faster than me.
You're a long breather.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's okay. So when you're doing it on your own, you have your luxury of time to do it slowly and at your own pace. So try to do this, even though if you feel that you're not under the weather and you feel that you want to do this, because this is really a powerful kriya to pick you up, recharge you and rejuvenate you. So, Marupai, how do you feel? Welcome, first time coming to this session. Yes, feel energetic, nice.
Very energetic, ma.
Great. So, especially those who have people around you who are down with COVID and all that, teach them this kriya, okay? They may not be able to bend forward all the time, but at least do some part of it with integrity. The main thing is the pranayama, okay? The asana cooperates with the body because creates certain energy circuit, but if their body is not as healthy as to do this posture, then at least get them to sit, comfortably, and then they can do the kriya, okay? So if there's no further question, Please share that in the chat, in the group, and then I will close the session now. So let's all sit with the back straight. Thank you all for joining, whether it's online, in the Zoom and here. So give yourself a bow from within in deep gratitude to our Guru, Swamiji, for gifting us these beautiful, powerful Kriyas for the humanity. Let's chant the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Saubham Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all, Nithyanandam. See you next week.